grew up in India, long time back, and before coming to the US, when I was young, I always noticed a lot of people around me had type 2 diabetes, and that was a curious question. And I started asking why and what causes that and all of that. So when I then went to do graduate studies, I chose chemistry. And simply my idea was, hopefully I can come up with some new molecule for intervention for type 2 diabetes. And little did I know at the time, this is going to be like a tall order. A lot of people have tried and failed, and there are interventions these days for type 2 diabetes. But at the time, I was very naive to think that I can go make a molecule to treat a disease. But then I went to do a postdoc. I learned biochemistry, biophysics, and all of those experiences put together sort of led me to believe that this is the area where I can make some impact, and I can ask some questions about diseases and interventions, and will be a great spot for me to come on and help. And so that's what brought me to this place. I think, fundamentally as humans, we are wired to think in a sequence, right? Usually it's C comes after B comes after A. We never think these things can go in parallel, right? And so conventional wisdom drug development is like that. People always think in sequence, different milestones come one after other, and you get this milestone, go to that milestone, et cetera, et cetera. It's comfortable, it's low risk. But the idea of parallel thinking, parallel processing, when I heard about it from Pioneering Medicine, the cystic fibrosis project that you talked about is a great example, where we are looking to use a couple of different modalities to create product formats that could potentially go in parallel, and then we can pick and choose what works best to intervene in that disease setting. I'm sort of an outdoors person, like to travel, like to explore new places. You'll be surprised if I said I probably have camped in every campsite you can find in the Four Corners area. When I lived in California, long time back, up and down the coast, Four Corners area, me and my wife have, weekends, we'll go out there, camp for a couple of days, come back. So I've probably seen most of the West Coast and the Four Corners area that way. And so I love doing that and continue to look for opportunity to do that, although I've slowed down quite a bit, work and other things that pull you down in some ways. So that's my passion, travel and explore places.